Hello, darling.
What's going
Nice
on,
to see
everybody? It's Alan. I'm back with another video for you. It's a weekly pickup haul for the week of April 4th, 2018. And I got a lot of stuff this week, different stuff from different stores and some stuff from eBay. So I'm just going to jump in because it's already going to be a long video probably. I'm going to start with some Marvel. Got 2-in-1. Thing and Torch number 5. This was this week was a lot of Venom 30th anniversary variants, and I picked up a couple of different variants of that. The one they didn't have was the one I really wanted, but also picked up Avengers Shards of Infinity number 1. This was a variant. And also picked up the other variant. I think this was the C cover. And yeah, this is a kind of a different setting for me. I don't have a normal backdrop. And I know I'm going to end up like knocking this damn thing over. And if I do, I'll leave it in for you so you can all laugh. But Marvel, I don't know what their deal is, but like the back of this one looks fine, right? This was from the same stack of books. And my LCS has good shelves, but you see how it's these white spots here where the back's all messed up now? Like their ink has been wet or something. Like every damn... I'm gonna use that as like a backdrop, so I'm just gonna leave that one in there. But yeah, like the DC, you don't ever have to worry about getting, you know, bleeding ink on your books. But Marvel, you need to fix that shit. I'm getting sick of that. They're like ruining my books. You know what I mean? Like hell, you're gonna charge out the ass for these damn things. Let's make it where, you know, you can go pick them up off the shelf and not have to worry about them bleeding ink everywhere. You know. And this is sorry guys, get to bitching a little. This is Thanos' third printing of 14. Initially, my store, the LCS said that theirs were damaged the week they came out, but they had a couple on the shelf this week, so I yoinked it. So I've been collecting. Alright, I've got every issue of Thanos and Venom 164. This is the one I really wanted. That other that variant, the 30th, because it was like the black and white with the Venoms. That's a badass cover, and of course they didn't have any. This thing's straight. Let me try to. Yeah, I don't know about it. You know, this little piddly ass brace thing here. I got Venomized number 1. This is the variant. I didn't grab just the regular cover. That's the one I grabbed. I also picked up Iron Fist, number 79. I've been grabbing everything that ties in with Damnation. And my my LCS, these were all damaged. And they said they should be getting some more in. And so when I left there, they also didn't have any Batman, any of the Catwoman covers. And you know how they kind of went together as a set this week. I really wanted to get one of each. And I said, damn it. So I went to another comic book store up the road from my normal one and picked up a stack of stuff there, and I'll show you more of that as I come to them. I also picked up 796, another second printing. They were just they still had a couple on the shelf, and I think this came out this week. So second printing of 797. So I've been picking up, you know, all these. And also picked up Ant-Man and the Wasp Prelude, number 2 of 2. I've been getting all the Marvel cinematic, you know, preludes. Get a little backstory before the films. Picked up another Cable 155. The other video I did on this one, like the week it came out, I showed that character. It looked all crazy as hell. This guy, apparently that's like a first appearance of him. So they had one more on the shelf, and I snagged it just in case. You never know, you know, why not? And that cable's been kicking ass, so can't go wrong. And the True Believers this week, I picked up Avengers versus Thanos. These have all been, you know, really cool. Be able to go back and read the old stuff. That's the original cover. And Thanos, the first. I see a lot of people complaining about, you know, the original cover. A lot of people bitching about how the color doesn't look good. You know, it's so bright because this stuff is only meant to be able to, meant to only be read on newsprint. But yeah, it's a little bright. It'll be alright too. And I also picked up second printing of Thanos 16 and a third printing of Thanos 15. Just because I've been getting everything, so why not? And a couple variants. This is the Venom for New Mutants #2, Dead Souls. And Avengers 687. I like that variant with the Red Skull. And they didn't have any of the Venom variants for Avengers. If they did, I overlooked it somehow, because I would have grabbed it. And from DC, I picked up, of course, I've been getting all this New Age of Heroes, Curse of Brimstone #1. Kind of, it was alright. Not my favorite from that line so far. I can see where it could get good down the line. I didn't really like the dialogue in it. And that Justin Jordan does the dialogue for that. And he's a dick online, so figures. Deathstroke versus Batman #30. This is Deathstroke 30, but this is like a little six issue miniseries they were doing. And this is the Matina cover. I had to get that. I've been trying to get there as early as I can on Wednesday so I can snag all the Matina. I've been doing pretty good. Like, they haven't had many, and I've been grabbing them. Then I hear people, "Do you have any of these?" But nope. People getting pissed. Had to pick up White Knight #7. I've been loving this story. What the hell is that? Yeah, bear with me. Of course, you know, shit's gonna get loud when I decide to hit record. That was the variant, and this was the regular cover. That's the first thing I read this week. There's one more issue left in the story for Volume 1. And I'm excited because, spoiler, kind of looks like somebody might be coming back in the last issue, or you know, so that's all I'm gonna say. And I've been picking up Deadman, and the only one I didn't have in the series was #3. And for some reason on the shelf this week they had one #3. It had been out for, I think, the last 3 weeks I'd been there. I guess somebody maybe had it in a box and decided to put it back, or you know, just didn't ever pick the box up. But I grabbed it because I needed it, and I grabbed Superman 44. This is the A cover. I like the Bizarro verse. I like all the characters. And this was the Batman cover. This was the only one my LCS had, which is I thought was weird, but because they usually have, you know, everything. But 44, this is something old, something new, and then the other one I think something barred, something blue. Could be wrong, but Bruce Wayne, and you know, I guess he's gonna get married in, and he sees his reflection as Batman, and the other one is, you know, you'll see in a second. But Justice League 42. This was the A cover, Christopher Priest. I've been picking up this run. And I don't ever pick up Harley Quinn, but I picked up this Cho variant because I'm assuming the next issue is going to be the connecting cover, and I like the cover. I like Frank Cho a lot, so I picked that up. And I picked up Green Lantern's 44 variant. I really like that cover, and it seems like I've been picking up all the variants for this run, but I thought that was a really cool cover. And indie stuff. Scared this is gonna fall over. You don't fall. Picked up Spawn 284. This was the black and white cover. Francesco Mattina. I'm a really big fan of his work. He draws badass covers, and he's kind of been blowing up lately. He's been doing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get the Action Comics 1000, his Virgin variant. I think you can get the regular and the Virgin. I think it's like $69 damn, but it's badass, so I want it. And this was the regular cover, the color cover. It's just badass. And they also had a Virgin variant. And you're full. Fail. Guess that Spawn's thick this week. That's what she said. There's the Virgin. And I picked up another one just because. And there's the same thing on the back. And from IDW, picked up Demigod from Ron Mars. Ron Mars is a dick online, just FYI. But when I read about this, it seemed like it might be pretty cool. Like a new superhero, you know. But I watched Diversity in Comics video on this, and he just said it was laughable. So, oh well, I'm still gonna read it, you know. And also from IDW, I picked up G.I. Joe. There you go, don't fall. Anniversary edition, #1. It also, has that bright, got that bright print job to it. I guess that was the original. I hadn't really checked this out. I saw it on the shelf. I was like, cool. I had saw it when I had looked up. I always go online and look what's coming out before I go to the store. Kind of make a list. And I guess it's just like a reprint of G.I. Joe #1. But that's cool with me, because I don't have it, and I'm going to read it. Frank Miller had a book out this week. Xerxes, The Fall of the House of Darius and the Rise of Alexander. And this is from that 300, plenty of people have seen like the movie. But, everyone of us knows it was a book. But apparently, I've heard they may be doing a movie, a Xerxes movie. I remember the first time I saw 300, and I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. I know that right there probably lost a lot of subscribers. I ain't got many of you, so you don't have to run off just because of that. But I happen to like, Man of Steel's the shit. I don't care what anybody says. I love that movie. But anyway, I'm going to shut up about movies before I don't have anyone left to watch. This is Tremendous Trump. This is either like one-shots from Antarctic Press, World War T, the old Hulk cover swipe, I guess there's another story in it. Nope. But I like Antarctic Press. They're the they're one of the publishers that will actually publish, you know, anything, including stuff from Republicans in the industry. My Hero Macadamia is from Lim. Blanking on his first name. What is it? I know it. Oh shit! I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm a retard. But yeah, he actually drawn in a couple of YouTubers in the background, and yeah, here's some actual comic book creators, like you know, Dan Slott. Everyone I don't like is a Nazi. You know, it's like Aubrey Sitterson. You know, that every one of these like mental illness haircuts with the half shaved, dyed some crazy color. Kwanzaa, Mags Visage, yeah, that's funny as hell. And then he's got like YouTubers like Captain Cummings and I think Diversity in Comics. He had put in the background. This sold out, and I didn't get it online because I figured my shop would get it, but they didn't. They didn't get any of them, of course, because I think they're left leaning. But I found it online, and I'm probably gonna buy it here in a little bit. This was a different Trump from Agnostic Press that came out this week. See, they had been picking these up, so I thought maybe they would get that. And they actually get the manga from My Hero Macadamia. So I figured they might get some in, but they didn't. And this is another one shot. But you know, and I hope they get some She-Trump. Since they've been getting these, I would think they would get She-Trump. It's cool because you know, most of these that come out, you know, paint Trump as an idiot and a baby and stuff, and these just look like, you know, he's like big, you know, like the Hulk and kicking ass and stuff, and it's, you know, it's tongue in cheek. It's cool. It's cool with me. You know, if you're a far left person and that upsets you, I'm sorry. No, I'm not, but you can deal. That's what I don't get. You know, people. I'm deleting anyone that doesn't have my exact beliefs. It's like, why? You know, that's the great thing about this country is, you know, the exchange of ideas. Like, people don't want to talk anymore. Everyone's just like, oh, you don't believe like the shit I do exactly like me? Delete you. I'm not watching your shit. It's like, man, that's so stupid. Anyway, from Image, this was Isola #1. I wasn't going to pick this up at all just because of the Image shit that's been going on lately with Michelle Perez, Diversity in Comics. You can look that up if you're not aware, but it seemed like a cool story. And then I go back and forth with the Image because it's like, I don't like Eric Larson at all. He's been a real ass lately on Twitter, like mocking Christians on Easter. And I'm not like the biggest religious guy in the world, but still, it's like, you know, you're representing a company. Like, you could show a little professionalism, especially toward, you know, why would you try to offend your customer base? And already, you know, time when the industry's down, you know, it's not like it was, you know, when they were just raking in money hand over fist. You need every damn customer you can get, and they just don't give a shit. Like, these creators just talk shit, and if you don't like it, don't buy it. And it's like, well, we haven't been. That's why the damn industry's into shitter, you know? It's like, they don't get that, you know, a little professionalism would go a long way. Analog #1, also from Image. This was a variant cover. I didn't really read anything about it. Well, I did read the summary, like I said, before I go check stuff out. And figured I would at least check it out. Ooh, what y'all doing down there? This damn thing. And lastly, from Image, I grabbed Walking Dead 178. And I've been grabbing all these Bill Sienkiewicz covers from this arc. This is Andreas. And I also had like heard after like Marvel had made an announcement online like the night after like the deadline for orders ended that you were finally going to get the first appearance of the Red Goblin and Amazing Spider-Man 798. So I called my shop and tried to get 5 copies, and he was like, I don't know, man, blah blah blah, he would try. So I didn't really think he would. But he ended up, when I went and they handed me my box as soon as I walked in, he had me 5 waiting in my box. So I grabbed 5 of them. Just because like the ones leading up to it have been going crazy online. And they had a couple variants, so I also picked them up. This was the Venom 30th variant. I think Terry Dodson. And this was also another variant. I'm not sure which one this one is, but this was just at my LCS. I didn't really get into a lot of the variants. I also had an online order that's coming. I guess it'll probably be in next week's video, where I've got some more Amazing Spider-Man 798s, and it's got a few Young Gun variants in that one. So I didn't really, care to get every single variant that was coming out. Some of the more expensive ones look badass, that actually had the Red Goblin on the cover. But I didn't get any, because I've been trying to get all these badass Action Comics 1000s, before. I think it comes out in like 2 more weeks. I've still got like a few more sets I want to get. I want to get Art Germ's 3-pack, the Matina Virgin and the regular of that, and Delato's, I think. I've already got Jock's coming. I got the Virgin and the regular from Jock autographed. It was coming from England, so that's gonna be the shit. But when I went to that second LCS, when I left my regular shop to try to get that Batman variant, they have some long boxes sitting out, just in the middle of the floor, marked down to 50 cents. I had to thumb through there, and I've always seen this cover. I just never owned it. Superman #9 from the 1987 volume. Joker and dressed as Superman. I've always seen it. I've never had a copy to myself, so I picked it up. And I've seen this old Adam Hughes cover, Justice League 34, and a few other people's pickups. So as soon as I saw those boobs, I knew that was Adam Hughes, but I didn't realize it. But Adam Hughes always sounds with like the big A and H, but I'm not sure. But back in the day, this is from '92. This is autographed. Adam Hughes 92, and the A and the H are big, like he does now. And I was really looking at the handwriting on his A and H's, and usually the second or the right side H is longer, and this one is. And it just looked like the way he did his A and H. So I think it's legit, But so that was cool, 50 cents. Can't beat that. And Blackest Night 0, just because I didn't have it. And they had a J. Scott Campbell G.I. Joe Image #1. I'm not sure what year this is from, but it was a J. Scott Campbell, and I don't have like one J. Scott Campbell cover, so I figured, hell, why not? I'd pick it up. Turok #1 from Valiant, just because I never had one. Then I had these old Doom Patrol covers from Grant Morrison's run, and I've always wanted to pick some of these books up because they've always, I've heard that the stories are pretty crazy, and he's out there, and I really love the covers. The covers are badass, and for 50 cents, I grabbed every one they had. This was 39. Then 48. Suggested for mature readers. 49. I'm full, so I'm just gonna hold it for a second. 56. This is how I should just do it anyway. Screw that little holder. And 55. Look at those titties. It's just a big knife. I need to collect that whole volume. Maybe that's another goal I can add. Darker Image #1. I wasn't really familiar with this. I figured, you know, it's got little stories from different characters or whatever. It's had Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld written at the top. It's got the Max, you know, there's different characters on there. So let me try to get these down. Gen 13 #6. It's old Jim Lee cover. Figured why not? 50 cent, you know. Legends of NASCAR 1. This had a $4 price tag on it, but you know, it's 50 cents. So, and the only reason I picked that up, I think I saw this in someone else's video not too long ago, and they had talked about it was like the first NASCAR appearance in like comics. I think, not that you know that matters or nothing, but funny story. She's like an aunt or like a great aunt, or she's like my mom's cousin or something, but she lives a couple hours up in the Appalachian Mountains, and this little town from like where my mom's father's side's all from. And she's like president of a bank up there. She was. I think she may be retired now. But back in, I think, the 90s, she dated Bill Elliott, which is this guy. He used to drive the Coors #9 car. It says Legends of NASCAR starring Bill Elliott. We've got like pictures of, you know, Bill Elliott sitting in the living room on like Thanksgiving or Christmas eating cake, you know, at my grandfather's sister's house and stuff, you know, when the family would get together. So, you know, and it was cool because I was a fan of Bill Elliott anyway, because my dad liked him, and he was from Georgia. You know, we're all Southern, and I'm not from Georgia, but I've got family that live in Georgia. I've got grandparents and aunts and uncles, cousins and stuff, and so I've always like loved going down to Georgia to visit family, and I just, you know, I've always loved Georgia since I was a kid. So I like Bill Elliott. Then find out she was dating, and it was cool. You know, I really wanted to go over there and hang out with him, but it never happened when I was, you know, I was just a kid. But Justice League 19, sorry. I just really like these covers. They had 19, and I grabbed 18 just because I like Guy Gardner's bowl cut with, you know, it's a hell of a haircut. It's awesome. And Lobo. And the last one of the 50 cent I grabbed was Justice League 40. This is Mr. Miracle, R.I.P. on it. It's got the rest of the league. And I've turned a real big Mr. Miracle fan lately, so I picked that up just to kind of read that story. And just some regular books that I got while I was there. I was missing this one from my Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps run. I think I need one more. I need 36, and I'll have like, you know, a good bit of that that line of books knocked out. And they had a couple of these, so I grabbed it because my LCS, I've been checking like every week, and they haven't been getting any of the back older ones in. They've got some, but they don't go back as far as or as new as 33, you know what I mean? They stop at like 30 in their back bin. This was the Catwoman variant, 44. Yeah, something borrowed, something blue. Finishes it, and then, you know, it reflects the other cover with Selena looking in the mirror, seeing her reflection as Catwoman. And I grabbed another one of the Jim Lee covers of Dark Knight's Metal 6, just because my CS sold out like immediately. I went back 2 days later, hoping that my bags and boards would be in, and they weren't. So I kind of just looked around, and I was planning on picking this up. And there's a couple things I picked up. I'm getting ready to show you, but I planned on picking another one of these up, and they were already out in 2 days. While I was there, I grabbed another Matina Virgin variant. Figured why not. And my LCS. Well, my damn camera stopped on me, so if this looks choppy right here, that's why. But we'll just continue from right here. Like I said, my LCS, this Gym League variant Dark Knights Metal 5 came out. They're all damaged, and they didn't think they'd get any more in, so I never did pick it up. And while I was at that other store, looking for that Batman and just looking around, I saw that, so I snagged it while I could. Jim Lee's the shit, is he not? I mean, damn, just thinking, just saying. And saw these on the shelf. This was Punisher Platoon number 3. That was the only one from that series. It was a little, like a 6-issue miniseries. This was the only one I ended up missing, so now I've got that whole 6-issue series. I can go and read it now. Well, I didn't want to read 2 and sit there kind of stuck and wait on the 3rd one to get there or whatever. So, and I grabbed this. They had a Thanos number 2. This was a first print. This was in the very back. They had some second prints that looked identical. The sky was maybe a darker, I think, in the second print. But I have this. I bought an eBay lot, to get the whole Thanos, this volume, and the only second printing in that lot I got was number 2. So I needed I wanted the first print number 2, and they had one, and it was in damn good shape and cover still. So got that mother. And when I was at my store, my regular LCS, like that 2 days last Friday, looking for bags and boards, see if they came in yet. They had one of these on the shelf. So it's Guardians of the Galaxy, Infinity Quest, Return of Adam Warlock, 150. And I never did pick up any of this series or whatever, but this kind of kicked off the Infinity arc, and with Adam Warlock coming back and everything. So, well, that's what I heard anyway, so that's pretty cool, lenticular. So I figured, why not, I'll pick it up and just check it out. And kind of a last, spur of the moment decision. I heard that this issue of Redneck was really cool. It's kind of like this girl's origin. But I've heard like the whole series has been really, really good. And they had like one of each on the shelf, so I figured, why not? I'm going to jump on this. I've been liking Donny Cates lately, so I picked up 11. Picked up number 10. And picked up number 9. So I figured I wasn't too far behind, and I like a hunt anyway. So now I'm just gonna pick up 1 through 8. And on YouTube, I think I got this like 2 weeks ago, but it finally came this week. This is a Marvel Knights 2001 Millennial Visions, and this has been kind of blowing up lately, only because they say that, like, this is the first appearance of Cosmic Ghost Rider, because I guess because it's Punisher with like a Ghost Rider's head, you know what I mean? But it's been going for a good bit on eBay, and I didn't realize that this one had a couple spine ticks, but it's alright. I didn't pay anything what a lot of people are paying for it right now, so I wasn't too bummed about it. And just in my LCS's long boxes, they had this Invincible Iron Man number 9. This is, I think, the first full appearance of Riri Williams, which I hate the damn character. She sucks. She's an idiot. But I figured, why not? It was cheap. And this was Young Avengers number 1. This is the first appearance of Kate Bishop, the bitch that claims she's Hawkeye. So I figured, why not? I'd pick up the first appearance of those 2 losers. Because Marvel, they're gonna keep pushing that bullshit. So why not pick them up in case they ever do anything. And I also won. I'm trying to hurry. off eBay. I won an auction or two from a guy, and he had really good shipping. It was on like $3 or $3.15, and he was like, you know, it doesn't matter how many auctions you win, shipping's only $3.15. So I just kept buying stuff throughout the week from the guy. And sorry, Sarah asked some of these right quick. I don't even remember what all I got, but they were cheap, and for $3 to ship it all, I figured why not. But for all these books, I got for like under $10. Or like 10 and change, I think. This is from Charles Soule. It's a graphic novel. 27, first set. Charles Soule, Renzo Podesta, Scott Forbes. But this is kind of like the 27 Club, you know, if you're familiar with that, for musicians that often die at the age of 27. It says Hendrix, Cobain, Joplin, Morrison all belong to the 27 Club, which admits only the most brilliant musicians and artists and kills them dead in their 27th year. Will Garland is a famous rock guitarist, secretly unable to play for months due to a neurological disorder affecting his left hand. He's also 27. With mad scientists, long dead rock legends, and cosmic entities in his way, can he make it to 28? So I figured I'd pick up, I think this was some early work from Charles Soule, and he didn't really have any pictures of the art. So I kind of just wanted to check it out. It sounded like a cool premise. I've always been into music trivia, history, stuff like that. So for like I got like some of these were like 99 cent auctions and some were like $1.99. You know what I mean? Like nothing into these. So, and also this is a Crazy and Ignatz. These were comic strips from this particular set here is from 1927 through 1928. This was like a famous strip from George Harriman, I believe. And I think these ran from like 1915 through I want to say maybe the 40s sometime. I could be wrong on those dates, but I'm not very familiar with it. I figured it'd be cool to kind of just check out some old school, you know, comics from the 20s. Check out what they found humorous or whatever, and it's like a cat and mouse kind of a cartoon or comic. So pick that up. These were inside like another big envelope, so I'm just kind of tearing out something like here. So what else we got? This is from Kirby from Dynamite. Jack Kirby. I think Kurt Busiek redid or did this whole Kirby deal with Dynamite. This is Captain Victory. This is the trade for number 1. This collects issues 1 through 6. That's Alex Ross cover, which I can kind of take or leave Alex Ross, but I really like Kirby. I've heard different opinions about this series, not particularly Captain Victory in particular, just the whole Busiek doing, or Busiek doing Kirby, I think so he pronounces it. And also Fortune and Glory, a true Hollywood comic book story from Brian Michael Bendis. I just wanted to check out some of his stuff, besides, you know, like conventional comic books. I think this is him, like, you know, just kind of having insider knowledge of how Hollywood works and that kind of shit. So I was, you know, for $1, like I said, this guy had all kinds of different stuff, so I just picked it up. It's a $20 book, you know what I mean? But I'm still scared of Bendis coming. Like, every time I read a DC book and I see that Bendis is coming, it scares the shit out of me. God, DC, quit scaring me. Don't ruin Superman, you bastard. 2 more of these guys, sorry. And this is also from Charles Soule, Strange Attractors. Damn, it's actually a nice size book. $20. The city is an engine, he just found the key. Heller Wilson, a brilliant mathematics student, needs one revolutionary idea to complete his thesis. Just one. To find it, he's tracked down Dr. Spencer Brownfield, once the most promising mind of his generation. These days, he's still a genius, but also quite possibly insane. He claims he's been secretly controlling the entire city for decades through complex applications of the butterfly effect. Even worse, Spencer refuses to give up a single theorem until Heller signs on as his apprentice. Bad things are coming, he believes, and someone has to keep New York safe after he's gone. Quite possibly insane, but quite possibly not. Check it out and see what it kind of looks like. These are in damn good shape too. I mean, hell, these were, you know, next to nothing. There was one other book that I really wanted that got away from me. Some bastard like bid on it like with an hour to go, and I said, all right, you shithead, I'm gonna snipe your ass at the last second. And I ended up falling asleep like with the phone in my damn hand like 10 minutes ago, and he got it from me. I was pissed. Alright, these are the last two. Sorry, I know this has been a long ass video. Total Sellout by Brian Michael Bendis. You sure are, you fun. Three-time Eisner Award, blah, blah, blah. Gives a damn. He took us off in all aspects of the medium before losing his hair in mainstream comics, compiled in this exclusive collection, a dozen of short stories handpicked by the author, ranging from the trademark Fortune and Glory style autobiographical anecdotes to some of the darkest crime noir stories he has yet to tell. So this is like a, you know, just a collection of different stuff, I guess maybe from his earlier days. So, just with him coming to DC, I hadn't really read a whole lot of shit from him, from Marvel, and, you know, people I find either love or hate him, so I hadn't really found anything that's really made me just be on fire for him, so I figured I'd get some of these books for cheap and check out some of his other stuff. And the last book I got was Sam Twitch, the writer. If you're a fan of Spawn, you know Sam Twitch. I like detectives, characters from the Spawn universe. And the only reason I really got this, you know, I don't think it's got Spawn at all in it. It's just kind of like another story of them doing what they do. But, you know, I think it was under $1, so I figured why not? I'd check it out. So, that's my haul for this week, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry it was a long ass haul. But it's a good week for me, you know what I mean? Now I got to get to reading, which is the cool part. I appreciate you guys watching. Give me a comment, give me a thumbs up, give me hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Hit the bell for notifications. Let me know what you guys picked up this week. What was your favorite book of the week? All that good jazz. I'm thirsty. I'll see y'all in the next one. I appreciate you. I'm Alan. I'm out. Peace.
The loud got me moving slow-mo. Hey, yo, Tweety, where the hoes, bro? Hey, yo, Keys,